Namaste, everyone, and welcome back to the final episode of Yogashala with Brent Goble. Today we're going to be looking at sciatica pain. Now, sciatica is a very painful condition in which pain is emanating and radiating from the lower back down the back of the leg. It can be caused for a number of different reasons, including degenerative changes in vertebrae, bone spurs, herniated discs, and lastly, piriformis syndrome, which is what we're going to look at today. So let's take a look at some of these postures. So here we are on the mat in our first posture. It's called Vajrasana, where we're sitting on to the back of the heels with the knees together in the front. Now just sitting here, you might feel a little bit of stretch off the front of the legs. That's normal. You can also put a block or a small cushion in between the feet, but you want to make sure that your toes are touching. So you breathe into this pose, holding it for 10 slow breaths. Or you could bump it all the way up to 5-10 minutes, whatever works best for you. Moving into our next posture, the second pose that we're going to look at is something called cow face pose, Gomukhasana. How to get into this. The right leg is going to come underneath, or you can start with your left. You bring the left leg over the right and bring the knees so they're pretty close to being in one solid vertical line. And how I get into this is I lean forward, lifting my seat off the mat, letting my knees come together, and then sitting back closer to the mat. As you're doing this posture, you want to make sure that both sit bones are properly seated onto the ground. Now from here, you can bring your hands to the top knee, you can walk your hands a little bit forward, and you can rest in this position. And this will really help relax into that glute muscle, and especially the piriformis, which is what we want to get at. So you can do it with both legs. Right now, I have my right leg underneath my left, and when I'm ready to switch sides, I bring my left leg over to my right hip and bring my right leg over the top. Kind of doing a little bit of adjustment here, bringing my sit bones back down to the mat, and then breathing, just for right here. Perfect. The third position that we're going to work into is something called Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fishes pose, or half seated twist. How to get into this. Now, as you're sitting here in Gomukhasana, cow face pose, if you simply bring up that top leg and place that right foot down to the mat, you're almost in the next posture. Bring your body and twist it towards that right leg. From here, you can bring your right hand down so you sit tall. Now, sitting tall is really what we want to go for here. I know that it is a twist, but the more that we first prep and turn into the leg and then sit tall, you're going to feel it down in the hip. Now, you can take a little bit more advanced posture with this. The left leg can come all the way over the right leg and reach around and grab that right foot. Coming back into a more supported place, I'm looking over my right shoulder. 3, and 2, and 1. As I release, I'm going to release that left arm from the right leg, bringing the right leg and coming back into a cross-legged position. Okay, let's do the other side. Right leg is underneath, left leg is coming over the top here. And I don't have to go from Gomukhasana. I can progress this from a similar pose, or I could just take this as it is. I'm going to twist into that top left leg, and I can bring my right arm in front, clasp the hands, and feel that stretch across my left lower hip, kind of around that piriformis area. Say I want to take the advanced posture. I put my arm over the top of that left leg, straighten my arm to grab that left foot, drop my back hand, and sit tall for 3, 2, and Looking back forward, releasing that left arm, and coming back to a seated position. These postures are best done in the morning and on an empty stomach. Holding each posture for 10 slow breaths is perfect for relaxing the piriformis muscle. So that's it for me this season. I hope you enjoy your practice and you enjoy your health. I'll see you soon.